your connection in Southern Oregon and Northern California. This is News 10 at 6.
It's a debate that's been going on for decades. Tribes, farmers, the government, and fishermen all fighting for water rights in the Klamath Basin. Now, with a dry summer ahead, the debate is once again heating up on who should have access to that water.
Good evening. I'm Rick Tillery.
I'm Trish Close. Thanks for joining us tonight. The debate on who holds the true rights of the Klamath Basin water has been argued for decades.
Now the Oregon Water Resources Department is asking some of those rights holders to shut off their water, even if they have top priority. News 10's Jessica DeNova shows us why some water rights may now have to be overlooked in tonight's top story at 6.
A dry year means low stream flows and less water for everyone.
Places a very big stress on having the water in stream for the environmental uses and for those that want to divert the water for their irrigation or other uses.
Those with higher rights to water in the Klamath Basin have called the Watermaster, telling him they need more.
The irrigation districts to the Klamath Project, the Bureau of Reclamation, the Fish and Wildlife Service, and the Klamath Tribes have called on many of their in-stream rights on the drainages above the lake.
The Klamath Basin National Wildlife Refuge Complex manager says the Lower Klamath Waterfowl Refuge, established in 1908, is the first of its kind in the nation and is almost dry.
There's several hundred acres of wetlands left remaining right now, when normally we would have, when the refuge is full, about 31,000 acres of wetlands.
He says the area sits at the heart of the Pacific Flyway and is critical to the migration and reproduction of about 50% of all migrating waterfowl. But without water, it can't serve its purpose.
Wildlife do not cast the vote, and certainly wildlife doesn't have an opportunity to sit at a hearing and discuss their woes. And so I think there's a lot of people that are concerned and speaking up for wildlife, just as speaking up for fish and for farmers, ranchers, and tribes.
One rancher has not been regulated yet, but says it'd be a hard hit on any rancher's wallet. Nick Randall feels human water rights should take priority.
People's livelihoods are more important than any fish, and I think that we should take that into consideration, that you're taking away somebody's livelihood when you take away the water out of the Klamath Basin.
The Oregon Water Resources Department says there is one step left in the process.
If people contest that, have any problems with that final order, the courts will hear that information and will make a final decree from the court, which finalizes the whole adjudication process.
Covering your news in Klamath Falls, Jessica DeNova, News 10.
The order the Watermaster is currently regulating water rights by was determined in March.